This is the common problem of a beginner social media manager is they don't know what to put in their portfolio. But on this video, I'm gonna discuss the 9 parts on what to include to your portfolio as a social media manager. Let's go. First part is the introduction or a short bio about you as a social media manager. It is like an about me section in a portfolio. It is just a short but direct to the point background about you as a social media manager and how you started or the value that you will be giving to the client. And if you want to take it to the next level, include introduction or a video introduction after the about me section in your portfolios. It is a very rare scenario in a portfolio. That's why I highly suggest if you're a beginner and don't have experience in social media management and want to get a client faster is include a video introduction for a client so they can immediately get a sense of your body language, how you communicate, or the connection between you and the client. Second part that you can include in your portfolio is the skills. So it is not the communication skills, the Microsoft skills. It is not like that. Since we are in the social media management industry, marketing and hard skills is very important. If you can create a monthly analytic report, include that. If you can create a content, include that. Or if you are knowledgeable enough to use Canva, CapCut, Premiere Pro, Metricool, Notion, or any other project management tools or tools that we are using in social media, include those under the hard skills. Because that is your skills, very important part as a social media manager is you have knowledge about the tools that we are using and you have the marketing skills when it comes to monthly content calendar, trend forecasting, and etc. And if you are not familiar with those tools that we are using as a social media manager, watch these videos that I have discussed. What are the things that you need to know as a beginner social media manager? Now that you have the bio and the skills in your portfolio, and again, as a social media manager, this is not what a social media manager do, but it is your advantage if you can also create a content, because most of the clients right now is looking for a social media manager and a content creator or a video editor as well. Under the visual works, it is where you include the content that you posted or created to your client's account, but no need to worry if you don't have clients yet. As a social media manager, I want you to experience how to handle the exact account in social media. That's why on this video, I discuss how to start to become a social media manager even without experience, which I will have you handle or create your own account as a social media manager like this and this. Those are the accounts that I have created as a social media manager even I don't have experience back then, but since I want to explore on each specific platform, I have created my own account for me to be able to experiment and create any content that I want to create and get to know the platform as well. It is the best way for you to become a social media manager is create your own account, experiment, create content, grow that account, and use those analytics, use those content that you have created as your portfolio. It is like you are treating yourself as your first ever client on this industry for you to have that experience. If you have client already as a social media manager, you can freely show all of those contents that you have created in your portfolio or even in your social media unless you sign the non-disclosure agreement or the NDA, which we will talk about later. And again, under the visual works, you can include the reels that you have created, carousel, stories, single post, or any content that you have created in your client's account. And after the visual work, of course, we have the writing samples. So this is where you can show how you create caption. Because in caption, we really have to have the brand voice of the client. Just screenshot the caption that you have created and put it there so that the client or the potential client will know how you present the content and how you create a caption for a specific content. And very important part, portfolio won't be complete without social proof or the case studies. Again, if you are a beginner and you don't have client, I suggest for you to create an account so that you can showcase those case studies, analytics, the before and after in your portfolio, because that's the best way for you to attract a client as a beginner social media manager. So under this case study, you will be showing the before and after of the insights or the goal of that specific client and what the strategies that you have created on that. So actually, I have uploaded a lot of case studies on my Instagram, such as this one. this one, and this one. Feel free to check my Instagram post for you to have an idea on how case study works or social proof here on social media management. Now that we have talked about the results and graphics that you can include in your portfolio, it is also important to know the NDA or the non-disclosure agreement. Before you sign an NDA, make sure to communicate with your client first or potential client first about the case studies or portfolio that you will be putting some of your works in your portfolio. Most of the clients are okay with that, but some of the clients is not comfortable showing their business in social media as well as in your portfolio. That's why there are some agreements that, okay, you can put those analytics and content, but make sure to hide any company name or company details on that specific content that you will be posting to your portfolio or social media. Or whenever you are sharing your portfolio, put a password in it. But again, most of the clients are okay with that. You just have to ask a permission if you will be going to post their results or content that you have created for them. We are free to use it because it is our intellectual property, but if you sign an NDA, that's basically improper to put that. Part 6 that you can include to your portfolio is the client testimonial. I know that you are a beginner and you don't have testimonial, but here it is. This is for you. There's a lot of ways for you to get testimonial. First, offer a pro bono or free service to potential client in exchange of client reviews or testimonial. Second, lower your rate in exchange for a testimonial. And yes, I agree, it is hard to work for free and also at a minimum rate. I have this someone who availed my coaching session and I shared that to her that you can offer free services to most of the businesses if you want an experience and if you don't want to create your own account. So offer free services. And at the end of the contract about that free services, that client where she offered free services became her first ever paid client. So meaning that client she used to offer free services is satisfied to her services and hired that social media manager to work for their company or business for a paid services. So it is a win-win scenario that you are able to get an experience, and once the client is satisfied with your service, there's a chance and opportunity that it will become your first ever paid client. Next part is pricing and package services. This is optional if you're just comfortable sharing it to your portfolio so that those potential clients aware what is your rate, how much do you charge, and those people who are inquiring about your services are really interested and okay with your price, meaning you don't have to waste a time to discovery call. Then once they ask for a rate, they are not okay with it. But since we are a beginner and if you don't know how we will charge yet, you can include information of your services without a price. Then figure out how much the budget of the client during the discovery call and we will start from there. And part 8 is the question and answer, very optional as well. So you can include the common questions of the client such as, do you work hourly or monthly package? Do you work remotely, and etc. And last part, which is the important part, is the call to action. So don't forget to input your information and a booking link where they can schedule a call with you in case the client is interested in working with you. Include your WhatsApp number, social media platform, website, email address, and the booking link and the CTA part. So that's the 9 parts of what to include in your portfolio as a beginner social media manager. But the question is where you can create your portfolio. So you just have to search in Canva portfolio and you will see a lot of templates that you can use to create a portfolio. But if you are someone, I
don't have time to do that. I just want something that I can plug in my information and send to the client right away.
I got your back. I have portfolio template wherein you can plug in all of your information and tada, you have your portfolio already that you can send to your potential right away. Feel free to grab your portfolio template in the description box below. Now, having a portfolio is great, but the next step is create your package, price your services, how to onboard client, where to find your client. You can click this screen right now to watch a playlist where I walk you through all of this important information as a social media manager, and I'll see you on my next video.